everyone, welcome back. It's Masako from Madame Piano channel. This is the third video about Tritone Substitution. If you haven't watched part 1 and part 2, please watch them first and come back here. Today I will show you how to use Tritone Substitution where there is no dominant sevenths to replace. Okay, let's get started. Let's look at the tune, Pure Imagination. First, I will play with the simple chord progression. It's already beautiful, but I will add tritone substitution to make it more colorful. When you add chords, you have to think backwards. So, if I want to add some chords in this pickup measure, I consider this F-7 as a target tonic to resolve. And I think this way. What is the dominant seventh chord that resolves to F? The answer is C7, right? So I could add C7 here. This melody, E flat, is sharp 9 of C7, which means this is a C7, altered dominant. When altered dominant chord resolves to its tonic, you can replace with tritone substitute chord, which is G flat 7. So it becomes like this. Some of you might wonder why altered dominant chord is something to do with tritone substitution. So let's do a quick review. When you do tritone substitution, the melody note has to fit with the chord. So here, this melody, E flat, should fit with G flat 7. Means E flat should be one of G flat 7 chord tones or its tension 9, sharp 11, and 13. Remember, the available tensions for all substitute dominants are 9, sharp 11, and 13. And look, E flat is 13. That's why you can use G flat 7 here. And these notes, substitute dominant G flat 7 and its tensions are the same group of notes of C7 altered scale, the altered scale of the original dominant. So, when the altered dominant resolves to its tonic, you know that you can do tritone substitution. Does it make sense? I could do one more thing. I could add G-7 for the first note and G flat 7. You might wonder why G-7. It's simple. Think about 2-5-1. If this is C7, G-7 is a 2-7, 5-7, and 1. It's 2-5-1. And just replace C7 with G flat 7. And I will show you how to harmonize. So most of the time, I simply play the root of the chord with left hand. So here it's G-7, so G with left hand. And right hand, melody on top, of course, otherwise nobody can hear the melody. And third and seventh of the chord, which is the guide tone of the chord. The third, B flat, and seventh, F. And instead of root G, because left hand is already playing G, to avoid doubling, I put ninth. Ninth is whole step above from the root. So you can put more color. Okay. And next, G flat 7. This is also same. Left hand simply the root of the chord G flat and melody on the top, and 3rd and 7th of the chord. In this case, it's a tritone because it's a dominant 7th. And 9th instead of G flat, I put 9th. Okay, so okay. Next, I will use tritone substitution in the 4th measure. So I added D flat 7 here. It's the same thinking process. I considered C7 as a target tonic to resolve and think this way. What is the dominant 7th chord that resolves to C? Which is G7. So melody B flat is sharp 9 of G7. So you could add G7 here. So this is altered dominant 7th. So when altered dominant resolves to its tonic, you can replace with tritone substitute chord, which is D flat 7. That's what I did. Okay, so G minor 7, D flat 7, and then C7 and G flat 7 to F minor. This G flat 7, this is the same, exactly same idea as I did in the pickup measure. And I will show you how to harmonize. So again, I simply play the root of the chord with left hand and melody on top, and 3rd and 7th, which is B flat and F, and 9th instead of the root. 9th is whole step above the root. And D flat 7, again the root of the chord with left hand, melody on top, 3rd and 7th of D flat 7, which is F and B, and 9th instead of the root. Okay. And then C7, the root on the bottom, melody C on the top, and 3rd and 7th of the chord B flat and E. And in this case, I replaced 5th with flat 13, which is A flat. Okay, and then G flat 7, which is same as the pickup measure. What I just showed you was the original thinking process, but actually you can do it spontaneously. As you see, when you use tritone substitute chord, it resolves to the target chord by down half step. For example, G flat 7 to F, or D flat 7 to C. So simply think backwards. You can insert the dominant 7th based on the note, half step above the target chord root. In the next example, the shadow of your smile, I will target most of the chords and insert substitute dominant spontaneously. of course, the melody note has to fit with the chord. Here I put C7 by targeting B7. So melody F sharp is sharp 11 of C7, which is the characteristic tension of substitute dominants. So it's perfect. Okay, root with left hand, melody 3rd and 7th of C7 and 9th. Then B7, and then I put F7 by targeting E minor 7. So melody is part of the chord, part of F7. So root left hand and melody 3rd and 7th and 9th. Okay. E minor 7. Then I put B flat 7 before A7. So B flat 7 doesn't fit with this melody B. So I added extra note here, E, in order to use substitute dominant B flat 7. And then the reason I picked E is this is a sharp 11 of B flat 7, which is a characteristic tension of substitute dominant. Then A7, I put D sharp on top, which is not the melody here, but this is just for the melodic reason. Okay. And then A minor 7, and then I put E flat 7 here. The melody is again sharp 11, so it's perfect for substitute dominant. Okay. So root, sharp 11, melody on top, and then in this case I put 9th and 7th and 13. Then D7. Then I put A flat 7 here by targeting G major 7. So this is again sharp 11 of A flat 7. So it's perfect. So left hand root, melody on top, 3rd and 7th and 9th. Then G major 7, and I insert D flat 7 here. Root, 3rd and 7th, 9th. Then C major 7. I hope you liked today's lesson. I use tritone substitution all the time, so I will show you more by demonstrating standard tunes. So please look forward to it. Enjoy practicing and see you in the next lesson.